Okay, we ready, guys?
3, 2, 1. Yo, dude, could you just hold this pie for us?
Playing cards Christians like. I have sat down for this video quite a few times already, but in today's video I'm going to talk, as the title and the intro made clear, about why faith has been the most significant part of my time at Yale. So I have a notebook to kind of keep myself in track with what I want to say. So I'll be referring to this little, it's a cute one from Target. Already getting distracted. But first of all, I wanted to make this video because I think it's clear from watching my channel that I'm a Christian. But I don't think I ever explicitly have talked about, my, why faith, why Christianity is a big part of not only my life in general, but my life at Yale. And so that's what I'm going to take the time to do in this video, why Christianity has been a big part of my life at Yale specifically. I can go into my life in general, like my testimony in a future video possibly. So first, let me just talk about my college experience overview in general. So I'm double majoring in political science and religious studies. And so I'm also getting a certificate in Spanish, and I'm in Spain right now, even practicing Spanish. And I was originally class of 2023, but now I will be graduating class of 2024. And the clubs that I'm involved in on campus include Yale Chi Alpha, which is a campus ministry. Is a group of Christians or people who, aren't Christian, aren't religious, and want to kind of see what ministry is all about. Yale Logos, which is an undergraduate Christian journal, and also Despierta Boricua, which is a Puerto Rican student association on campus. And finally, Yale Undergraduate Legal Aid Association, which does a lot of things, but when I was with them, I would volunteer at a legal aid association in New Haven and do research and stuff. Yeah, so I'll go all the way back in my story to when I was starting college. So now I'll talk about my mindset and my, just the space I was in at that time. I was asking some big questions about purpose and life in general, and I feel especially during the college application season, because of, when you're writing your application, you're just talking about everything that you've done, your whole high school experience, and just how you've been formed as a person and why you're good for this school. And I kept thinking about, well, what if I don't get into an Ivy League? What else is there for me? What is the purpose to doing all of the stuff that I've been doing in high school? Why do I like these things? Just questions like that, which I think were really important and really good to ask. Not just blindly doing things because, society says you have to go to a good school, you have to get a good job. I was well, why do I want to do these things? Why do I want X job? And so I was really thinking about them, and I was really serious about finding some answers. And there were some bumps in the road, but I definitely settled on Christianity, and was started investigating more about Christianity, and I haven't encountered any better answer about the world and life. And I've spent hours looking at debates between different religions, and Christianity is just the answer. And in a society where subjective truth is more often accepted than objective truth, but I believe that there is an objective truth. And so I was like, I need to know more about this, and I need to be more involved with the Christian community, because honestly, I know cultural things growing up in the United States, but what does it really mean to follow Jesus and to be a Christian? Because again, I was serious about these questions, and that the answer was Christianity. I was serious about that. There is so much to explain, which that goes into like all of what I'm saying right now, and it honestly might be quite confusing hearing if you're not a Christian. So again, if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. I can direct you to things that I might be referencing, or I can explain more of what I'm saying. But right now I'm kind of just doing a general touch on everything. And I'm not going super deep because this would be like a 2-hour video. But yeah, so if you have any questions, just put it in the comments below. And obviously not everyone is Christian, not everyone's going to agree with me, and that's totally okay. Everyone has their own beliefs, and I'm just sharing mine as an option to you, but I do believe is the objective truth. As a Christian, then, faith is not only the most significant part of my college experience, but also my life experience in general. And I knew this, but I wasn't sure what this even meant. And so that's why from freshman year of college at Yale, I really wanted to find a Christian community. And like the little researcher that I went and looked at all of the Christian groups on campus and stalked their Facebooks, their Instagrams, their websites, everything. And I decided to join Chi Alpha. And really I can see God's hand over the whole process, because when you're as a freshman, all of the clubs are wanting you to try out, wanting you to join, and it's kind of difficult to really go deep in one, especially your freshman fall. Usually every club is grabbing for you, but for me it was super easy to just be like, I'm all in. With Chi Alpha, I met like all the staff members. I loved all of them. We got along super well, and one of my suite mates first year was also in Chi Alpha, and then now I'm living with a bunch of girls who are also in Chi Alpha, and they're friends with my sister, and like those are some of the best relationships. They are the best relationships that I've had in my whole university experience, and just like the best Christian fellowship that I've ever had in my life. And I know that these people are going to be my friends forever, and I can tell them anything. And we have debates, we have just nights that we're just having deep conversations, but we also have fun and just fool around and play Smash Brothers and basketball and cards, and it's really so much fun. And that's where I am now with this great community, and also in Yale Logos, just being able to have these more, even not that the other conversations aren't intellectual, but even to have these like specific intellectual conversations on like a specific theme that we make for each magazine has been super cool. And So yeah, the community of Christians is why is a big reason why faith has been so important and such a big part of my college experience at Yale. And there are so many Christians on Yale University's campus. There's over like 3-4 ministries on campus, and the people who are involved, a lot of the people I've met are super serious about their faith and about just following where God is leading them, which is something I wouldn't have expected coming to campus. So faith is really important to me because of that community, and also because of how my faith has been strengthened over the years. My faith has become it always has been super important, but now I can definitely say it's the most important thing in my life. And so that just flows into every aspect of my life, including university, what I want to do for a career, what I'm doing right now, and just how I engage with other people on campus comes from a place of love, from how I know that Jesus would engage with other people. Even though I definitely am not perfect and make mistakes, these are the goals that I have for living at Yale and living anywhere. And in my classes, there has been so many connections to religion, and seeing how everything connects back to those questions of purpose and of why we matter and all of that, like those existential questions. Seeing how everything connects to that has been super cool and has made me ask bigger questions about faith and about my life, and just being able to investigate it more and more and more. So there's 2 points that I would go into to finish this video, is battling Christian stereotypes and identity. So Christian stereotypes, they're obviously there. They're interesting to talk about because Christianity is seen as a majority religion in this country, even though it's a lot of times it's very cultural. The most Christians in the world are along the 10th parallel. If my information is still up to date, most Christians and Muslims are along the 10th parallel, so like in Africa and Indonesia. But battling Christian stereotypes, people don't really take religion seriously anymore in general. That's a big general thing to say. Usually it's really nice talking to people of other religions and of course of other Christians, but people of other religions too. Talks like amongst the Abrahamic religions too, with Muslim friends or with Jewish friends, and that's been super cool, just for us all being able to be on the same campus and like talk about the same things. Yeah, and so there's just a stereotype that like believing in religion is believing in something superstitious, and you're not really educated. So I'm not saying this has been something that's been terribly hard for me or life-threatening for me, right? But it's just been an interesting way to navigate campus. I think that's what makes faith even more integrated into my Yale experience, is that when I talk about both Yale and Christianity, oftentimes people are very confused at how the two go together, but obviously they're both big parts of my life. Finally, I know that religion plays a huge part in my walk at Yale, and just my walk in life in general, because Christianity, something that is identity defining, and at places like Yale, everything is fine for your identity. And I feel like the most significant part of college is what your identity is. And there's a lot of anxiety about this today. I'm even thinking about making like a little video essay and research about how people view themselves and their identity, and how that affects how they live, especially Gen Z people, like people around my age. And Christianity is definitely something that's identity defining. So my identity, I find my identity in Jesus Christ, and in my relationship with him and what he's done for me, and who God is specifically, most importantly. You know, there's a lot that goes into that, right? To explain it briefly would be that in my relationship with God, I'm able to see more of who I was made to be, and that with my unique gifts, my unique talents, my unique person, who I am in life. But I'm also, you know, I'm here, but I'm also part of something bigger, and there is a bigger plan. That's very briefly. There is a lot more to go into that. But yeah, and I feel like I'm on campuses like Yale. Everything is fine for your identity. What clubs are you in? What do you want to be when you're older? Like what are you going to do when you graduate? Are you going to med school? Are you going to law school? Are you going to take a gap semester? Or, you know, are you going nonprofit? Are you going to be a sellout? Like, all of these things and more are just vying for everyone's identity. And it's like putting your identity in your career, putting your identity in your friendships, your identity and the grades you've gotten in class. Are you valedictorian or are you not? Are you in a secret society or are you not? All of these things and more are vying for people's identity. And Christianity is what defines my identity, as explained. And so that's another reason why it's a big part of my college experience, because I recognize these other things are vying for my identity and have to actively say no to that, because I already am secure in my identity and who I am. And yeah, so I was trying to be a little serious for this video, because it is a serious topic. Faith is definitely something that I take seriously, as I've said through this video. Yeah, definitely leave any comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Try not to be too negative. This is a positive space. But yeah, I'm really excited to be making more faith videos in the future. That's definitely something I want to focus on. Yeah, so that is all for this video. Like and subscribe, and I'll have more videos coming, or feel free to binge watch my channel.